So this is a little bit of an unconventional training class, but in this one, I want to share with you some secret sauce that comes from a blended combination of 12 years of managing quite a few people in an agency. I grew to 100 people on staff. And then beyond that, taking all the practices I learned to manage humans, keep them happy, working for me, but not feeling burnt out, enslaved to work. Really having a balance, because when you hire creatives and you want them to be creative, you have to really pour into them. Otherwise, they burn out. And a lot of employers that prefer to be cold and distant, don't make their employees their friends, they miss this so much. So if you are managing a team, you're a part of a team, you own a business, and you want your human happy 25x'd, and you want AI to work, I'm going to give you some secrets. And these are so simple, they might make you go, really? It's this simple? So much like humans, machines often forget. They have so many, again, like humans, they have billions of data points to pull from. When you think about all of our memories, humans were the same way. So you're dealing with a machine neural net and you're dealing with a human neural net. Very similar, but also, I would say very different, but honestly not so much. Very similar. So whenever you're working with AI, if you're using training data, like we talked about a lot, we talk about this in the comms course, many other trainings I've done here, I talk about training data being even more imperative than prompting, right? So in the project knowledge, this is training data. So if we have our training data, something to note that as you build and build and build against that training data, whether it's a custom GPT or a Claude, it may forget that training data and go off down its own path. And humans are very much the same way. It's wild. So don't expect for AI or a human to give you perfect results on the first try. And I'm going to give you a secret key that really turns the lock in the door of excellent results. Here's the secret key. You ready for it? Encouragement. What? Encouragement. Positive reinforcement, positive encouragement, compliments work for AI and humans. When you want that creative output and you want it beautiful, you want it dialed in, you want amazing copy. So if we go to this thread I have with Claude and I say summarize these new services, and I realize it didn't pull from the training data. Well, I'm going to tell it, hey, please create that, but use the microscripts, and that's the name of the training data. So then it gave me this amazing script, and it referenced the data. It forgot to pull in the data script from the specific script that I gave it. So now I said, create a powerful summary. See what I'm doing here? I said powerful. I didn't just create a summary for what my business does. And this is the same approach you want to have with a creative human. A lot of people, they open Fiverr, they go place their order with the human they've never met, and they're like, go do this for me. Wrong. Your first interaction with a creative human that you want creative output from should be, hey, I really liked your portfolio. Speak about something specific. Hey, I want a killer video using your best skills. I'm going to tell you right now that the difference between a crappy video, a crappy website, a crappy logo, and a really good one is that wording from you, the person hiring them, or the person working with the machine. And the machines respond the same way. It's insane. Like I give every time I use GPT or Claude, any LM, I'm saying powerful, amazing, the best ever, killer, create an unbelievably amazing. Whenever you tell a machine, similar to a human, to do something incredible, the chances of them doing something incredible go way up. This may sound way too simple, but I'm telling you it works. Look at this. I'm saying killer again. Hey, create 2 killer sentences. Now create a short summary. Also, if you get too specific with what you want and you don't allow for free room, which is breathing room for both the machine and the human you hire. That freedom creates the removal of constraints, which creates beautiful things. Constraints are good until they're not good, and they become barriers and prison doors. You have to remember that whenever you drum a sentence into the LM and you want something specific and you think you know what you want, hold on. What if that machine, and if you're doing this for a human, what if that human knows how to do something better than you know? And that's why with the machine and the humans I hire, I'm like, hey, I want your best skills on this broad concept. But specific copy, specific training data, specific brand name, right? You got to get those things right. The devil is in the details. But the creative room should be expansive for both the human in the loop and the AI. You can see all throughout this thread, which this created the basis of our brand launch. Powerful. And I told it, amazing. You did amazing work. Make sure you tell your humans that too. Sometimes I'll just say beautiful and that's all I'll say. And the LM will respond and it has motivation and it wants to create more things for me. And humans are much the same way. I'm like, hey, I know one of our designers was at an event, tired, you're traveling, you're at an event all day, setting up, he was sponsoring. You're tired at the end of the day. But because I said, hey, I can't wait to see your amazing skills with this brand new landing page and how much we can crush it. That was literally the task description. Because I said that, he's like, I'm going to start on this Sunday night, and he was inspired. Imagine I said, we need a landing page by Monday. We need green colors. I said, how close can you get to the matrix? How much can you make this shock people? How much fun can you have? We got to have fun with work. We got to allow breathing room because that creates beauty. Look at this. When Claude nailed it, I said, absolutely killer. It nailed it. It gave me a whole training data set to give my interactive clone. And it wanted to give me more help. Humans are the same way. If you put this into practice, you will see amazing results, both from your humans in the loop and the machine.